Much of the contextual information about a topic will be included in the introduction. This applies to lectures too. The opening statements of a descriptive speech will provide the listener with key information. When listening to descriptive English, you should be able to identify background information and use this as a roadmap for the remainder of the lecture. In standard tests for English proficiency, such as the IELTS listening test, the introductory section will usually contain an interesting question or example to capture your interest. This will engage your intellectual curiosity and is intended to grab your attention. Be aware of the following types of introduction. The inverted triangle introduction, which begins with a broad statement of the topic and then narrows down to a specific thesis statement. The contrast introduction. This type of introduction starts with an idea or situation that's the opposite of the one that is to be developed. The intention is to grab the listener's attention by surprising the listener, and they'll be interested in the contrast between the opening idea and the thesis that follows. Another type is the anecdote introduction. This begins with an anecdote or a brief story which appeals to the listener's curiosity. In this way, the listener's attention can be immediately grabbed by the anecdote or story. Another type is the question quotation introduction. As listeners, we may also encounter two other types of introduction, one starting with a question and the other with a quotation. If an introduction starts with a question, listeners are likely to find the answer in the following introduction. If it starts with a quotation, it adds somebody else's voice to the introduction. You can practice the mapping note-taking method in taking down the contextualization information in lectures.